Well, good morning. Happy apocalypse, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Well, you notice two things. First of all, I'm still alive. Well, we're still alive. Second of all, a couple days have passed after such a close call. Well, first of all, lacerations with slow healer take a bit of a time to heal. Actually, are we still bandaged? We're still bandaged. Maybe it's actually fully healed now. Yeah, all right. And the bandage isn't even dirty. Wonderful. We can reuse that. As you do with bandages, right? Anyway, so I needed to take a few days off, not just for healing, but also to relax. Close call like that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay in the base for a week, and I'm not do anything. I'm not gonna fight any zombies, or mostly no zombies. I did some things in the base. First of all, this little cupboard here is now all our guns and ammo, or if we ever decide to use that. Then I remodeled this room here that used to have like a single bed and everything, so it now houses books like anti-boredom, anti-depression, anti-stress, unhappiness books, and comic books and magazines and even more magazines. We're going to be so unstressed, and this is all the magazines with recipes in here, and with a comfy little reading chair. And we have that propane lantern here for some cozy light. So that's all fun. And if you wonder where all the books were coming from, one thing I did. So you might remember when we moved into the neighborhood, I went through all the houses and pulled every single lootable item that was in the house in the respective garages in all the houses. So one thing I did in the last 2 days is go through all the garages, put a trash can next to that big pile of loot, and throw away everything, delete everything that's really unnecessary. And then I also started on putting stuff away, bringing stuff away. Like here we have all the VHS tapes we got from the various houses, and of course, yeah, like all the books, magazines, paperbacks you found there, you saw there were also from all the houses here in the neighborhood. What else happened? Nothing new here. The farm is coming along nicely still. And again, like I'm mostly not gonna replant, so the only thing I now still have planted is the new seeds we found the other day from the warehouse. But then I'm probably gonna stop a little bit. Over here, we have some of our mannequins. We have a good old Spiffo server preparing the food for the raccoons. Spiffo itself guarding the entrance. I wish we had a undamaged Spiffo suit. And then if there's Spiffo nearby, then somebody who always wants a burger, it's right around the corner. One thing that I found weird is that it actually says, that these are pretty, like, they don't get along with our males. But clearly, we've never had any incidents of infighting here, right? I've never come across a dead raccoon who was mauled by the other raccoons, and I'm also fairly certain that we have more than one male. Baby. Yeah, that's like 3, 4, 5, 6 males living together here, adult males, right? So no idea what's up with that, why it says that, but hey, they're not fighting each other, they're getting along so nicely. You might also notice I removed all the furniture, or rather disassembled all the furniture. So I had this plan, and I still have this plan, to basically probably also rip out the floor, go to the nearest Spiffo restaurant and get the original Spiffo floor in, get some Spiffo tables and everything, Spiffo counters, a Spiffo kitchen, and then in this corner I want to have the playpen that we have at the Spiffo HQ. I don't think the small restaurants have it, but I basically have the Spiffo playpen here. And with that recent close encounter and almost dying, you know, you reflect a little bit on what kind of risks you take in your life and what kind of legacy you want to leave behind. And if we prioritize the skyscraper and potentially die there, leaving all our little friends here with an unfinished raccoon paradise, that feels just wrong. So I think we gotta change our priorities. We gotta put Project Skyscraper on the back burner, and I wanna do Project Spiffo first. To complete the base tour, all our cars are now here nicely lined up, and the Humvee now has a roof rack for additional storage, 66 additional storage there, and we have the armor for the driver's side window and the windshield, and a proper bull bar here in the front to stop collisions, or collision damage rather. And then down here I lined up all the trailers. They are all also completely empty, unloaded everything, put it away. A lot of little side work projects that went into this, but you know, that was the right thing to do to refocus. And yeah, so with that all in mind, let's grab a crowbar, because I'm fairly certain we're gonna need it if we wanna rip out flooring from Spiffos. Because that's exactly what we're gonna do today. I do have a salad. Oh, on that note, we are kind of out of fresh rabbit, and while I still have some in the freezer, I thought I'd rather restart the trapping. Let's check this first quickly. I haven't done that in a couple of weeks actually. I stopped trapping at some point because all our freezers were full anyway. But yeah, no progress here because we're out of stones. Probably need to at some point just drive around, pick up stones. Large stones. Well, what probably makes more sense, instead of bringing large stones back home, take a table and whatever we need to chop large stones into small ones, take that with us, and then just sort that out as we get there. Oh, how very unlucky. The rabbit here died just as we were freeing them. And we also got a dead rabbit, and then the rabbit meat from the butchered rabbit. I'm not sure if that is intentional still, that we're still getting these old school dead rabbits that you can't butcher, you can't slice them up. Yeah, technically we could use the bones for some carving stuff, but no. I have a box full of bones back at base. It's not like we need more of those. Let's get back to base. Cook up that meat. Let it get too late, but I just want to get this out of the way. Or maybe we just throw it in the fridge for now, assuming we have room. Will fit. This will also fit. Wonderful. And some cabbage. And we're at 79 still. And since we intend to transport like half a Spiffos restaurant of material, let's take this thing, because yeah, we have the 66 roof storage, we have the trunk, 77 storage capacity. Okay, 3 capacity on the gun rack. Most guns don't even fit in there. And I guess we could also bring a trailer. I don't like this trailer because of the weird way it works with it has like 2 doors that you both need to open separately, but it is the trailer that belongs to this car. But it comes with the same mod, so sure. Look it up. And at some point we need to do a trip murdering cars for engine parts. I was a little bit nervous that for some reason some other trailers also won't fit through this door anymore. That is something I don't want to have happen in an urgent situation. Try that again. This seems like a good place, as good a place as any to stop. Capture some mice, some rats, and add them to the chaos at base. Second, I thought you were running there. There's a barbecue on the rooftop if we need any more propane. Yeah, I want to have a very generous clearing here. I was actually rewatching the scene from that zombie attack there. And 2 things I noticed: that the zombie that attacked me was one of the ones that were sitting against the wall at the building. So it must have stood up and immediately run at me when I smashed the window. It looks like one of those that is just gonna sit at the side of the building and don't give a crap. But apparently it did give a crap once. Probably interrupted its sleep with the window smash. And didn't want to have any of that. Any barricaded houses on this row? No, doesn't look like it. Kill this guy. Give us enough room around the Spiffos. Yeah, anyway, never mind. The second thing I noticed is that the moodle for the wound, like on the right hand side, happened after I switched seats. So the progress bar of switching seats was over. The camera shifted to the new position, and then the sound played for the attack, and the moodle for hey, you have a bleeding wound appeared. And that's what I thought. That's you know. That would have made it even worse if I would have died from that. It's muscle strain. Double check in here. That corner. These guys probably won't figure out how to get to me. Okay, let's start collecting stuff. Things first, can we take the menu? Yes. I think we can take these spines up top. I forgot to turn you off at some point. Menu. Here's a question. I know they're rotten burgers, but if we place them, how do they? They look a little bit moldy on the top, right? Not the best look. These are looking okay. For decoration purposes. That's if you look closely, the fries are also looking a little bit worn. Anyway, let's open this, and then we need to step a little bit back and open the top, and then we can access this. Okay, so lower tiles, take a crowbar, which I brought. Weight of 3, oh boy. I think we want to have like 2 of the big tables with a bench, and then probably one of these kind of smaller ones. So we pick up immediately, so I probably want to get them into the car. Zombies here. Alright, let me shift all of these parts into the car. Alright. Also that stuff in there. So we probably want some of those counters, but we also want to... I haven't picked up any tiles yet. Weight of 10. So the trailer is full, the roof rack is full. We just have like 77 trunk storage or so. I think for now, let's just pick up like 20 of these tiles here. I see something here. I'm very nervous running around. Very encumbered. Okay. Good. Like, we're gonna need a lot of these tiles. It's kind of annoying that they have such a high weight. So we have what, 23? So we could take 7 more. We can, the rotten food over there, and then we can fit 2 more tiles into there. Overall, a little bit more of a creative base building episode today. Hopefully creative. We'll see what we make out of it, right? Great driving, that's for sure. Oh, there was a zombie right there. Are these the 2 guys that were behind the fence? Also, did you just completely ignore me there? No, there's like 20 zombies behind that fence. Okay, cool. No big deal. We're relatively close to base, so we'll actually kill all the zombies that we encounter out here on the road. It feels like it's driving way slower now that it's completely loaded. I'm not sure if that's... I'm just imagining things, or if that's actually an effect of the game. Right here. Grab these 2 tiles, because first of all, I want to test out if we can actually place the tiles, or if we need to rip out the old flooring first. I guess we probably have to rip out the old stuff. This here, oh, that is, the door's missing, yeah. We'll figure something out. Yeah, we can't place the tiles. Alright. Through the power of not actually editing, but not recording all this shit, I'm gonna rip out that old floor. It's I want to say decent use for the old wood flooring. So a little balcony here now has a proper floor. That's a nice little addition. I think the rest... We also start to put it down here. I guess I need to put down wood floor first. That's annoying. Can I toss this on the ground? No. It did say you were able to, you know, every placeable thing you can now toss on the ground. So that was a freaking lie. That's gonna be a little bit annoying. I guess for now, congratulations, you're my old flooring container. Get some of that new flooring in. So we're far from actually having ripped out everything, but I kind of wanted to start with this corner here down here. I get a feel for the room, and then also how much room. Because I think the two benches with the table, the arrangements, they would work nicely here in front of the windows. Probably should replace with some non-broken windows. Oops. Continue that in the morning when I have proper light here again. So what, we have 7 tiles remaining. I was considering sledging out that fireplace because it kind of feels weird in the Spiffos, but it gives it a little bit more. It's more a rural Spiffos, right? A cozy environment. Alright, I'm gonna get some food, get some sleep, and we'll continue this in the morning. Okay, fresh morning. Just swapped out the windows for some totally new ones. Let's see how this all fits. This is the table. Maybe right in front of the window then for the table. Like that. Quite nicely. And then we can more seating there. A little bit the realization of how many trips we have to do to get all that heavy stuff over here is slowly starting to hit. We need to see it through. Pretty certain we can place the floor tiles under the table so we don't have to like wait. We need that is the other table. Okay, that's the stuff we need. It's a little bit awkward with this door here. That's gonna be blocked. Maybe, maybe it's just a matter of sledging out. Actually, I like the idea. Sledging all of this out. And then having this little nook behind the last bench for one of the trash cans. Yeah, quite nicely. Sledge should be in... Yeah. The downside is, of course, that I'm gonna have to destroy this light switch. Lead agony. Then, yeah, that's enough for decoration purposes. Are those 28 capacity here. We have that table here. Again, lining it up with the window, and then the seats on this side. Leaving a little bit more room, just, you know, so I don't have to get quite as many things. Furniture items. There. Can't place it too far away. Yeah, I can't reach that spot. Okay, place it here. Cheers. I think this place is coming along nicely. Price with that. Oh, we're still gonna need a lot of tiles, right? That is 9, 21, then all of this area. The kitchen we can leave like this. I'm fairly certain the Spiffo's kitchen also has white tiles that might be large white tiles. That's okay. Then I think we bring up the green flooring until here, and then this is gonna be the flooring from there, the playpen. Not sure if I want to do anything with the bathroom. Get a new window in. I'll have to check in the kitchen and the Spiffos what kind of ovens and stuff we have if we need to get rid of this. I think it's all metallic, so it would fit in. If not, we can just dismantle it. I kind of don't want to go out with agony and severe pain, though. So maybe I'll just chill for the rest of the day, and then we'll head out for another loot run to the Spiffos. Second garbage bin. We'll need to put somewhere. Oh, and the menus. I don't think there's any place outside. I guess we could put a menu here, maybe. Respots. Okay, so I need to remove that mirror there. Which bin? There. I think we probably want, yeah, let's actually that mirror. The menu. Another mirror in there, in the bathroom. I'm thinking probably just one other like seating arrangement like this, a little bit further here. And that's fine. It doesn't. I don't want to like completely overcrowd this room, but if I don't have anything else, then we have a super large empty area. I think that will work. That'll work nicely. We'll head out to Spiffos in the morning. It's a fresh morning, and we're heading back out. Oh, okay. Thought, you know, we hadn't had a helicopter in a while, so I put the radio on while we're heading out. Thunderstorm coming in here. But we wouldn't have air activity on the same day, right? Seems good enough to me. Having a general look around here. Don't see anybody. Okay, for a second I was like concerned that there was no other like of these seating arrangements. These. I think we can take those, huh? We can't. These little fences. Not an option. Like yesterday, it's a couple chairs here. I want these double tables, not the regular ones. Items. Who cares so much about the forks? They can go fork themselves. Yeah, let's set it. There's somebody at the car. We'll do a quick tour around the restaurant here. It's not like we're in a completely zombie-free zone. Seems all fine to me, though. The doors are still intact. There's a couple of broken windows we should be concerned about, but on that. Yeah, so about the kitchen, huh? It has like the big white tiles, and we have like regular white tiles. I think I'm okay with that. I don't wanna. It's just too annoying to replace flooring. It wastes way too much. So, talking about flooring, let's rip out some more flooring here. And I guess you know how this works. So I'm gonna do another quick cutting trick here. Got 27 tiles in there now. Trailer's full again. I know it's not enough. I'm gonna need more, but I also wanted to get a counter and probably also register. Although you know, don't tell anyone, but we're not gonna make our raccoons pay. They get free food here from us. Yeah, take one of those trays. Don't care about that stuff. Carpentry 10 and no chance of stuff breaking. Isn't that fantastic? I think we're gonna need... So the path is 3 tiles wide between the kitchen and the living room area. The wider path that I kind of want to block off. I think I want to do one to the side at least. And it kind of looks more complete and doesn't leave an open corner. Maybe 2 actually. Oops, yeah, sure. Take some of those. Not sure how the paperbacks will look on the ground. Placed. Means you're also kind of full now, so we have 77 capacity here. Maybe we'll leave the kitchen for another time and just fill up the rest with more floor tiles. I'm missing what I have seen in other... I want to say in other Spiffo restaurants, but now I'm not so sure. Like a napkin dispenser or something like that. The rain is starting. Nice. Early afternoon here. I'd say it starts in the afternoon. This feels like stretching it a little bit. I mean, I guess 12 is noon, and as soon as it's 1 minute past 12, it's afternoon. Switch that. Just trying to take that if I'm right switch position. I'm trying to start 7. It says at 54. 3, so 7 more tiles. We did spend the rest of the day yesterday ripping out all the remaining flooring, so we don't have to do that today. I guess, you know, for the big old playpen, we're gonna have to do a trip to the big Spiffos in the city center anyway. Otherwise we're not gonna get those kind of floor tiles, and I also want one of those bouncy castles or whatever it is. Definitely much more convenient for transporting a lot of stuff here, rather than the Challenger. Having all of that stuff transported would have been quite the challenge. Alright, grab all the floor tiles we can get. There's one thing I quickly want to show you also still, that I only noticed. Like, we've been in this neighborhood for what? Way more than 4 months, right? I think day 3 or day 4 we moved in here. Oh yeah, it's raining, everybody's coming inside. See that there? There was a hidden floor compartment here. Also had like a gun or something in it. I think, yeah, like a revolver and a little bit of ammo. Never noticed that. And yeah, we can place them down even though the table's already there. Perfect. Now you can't disassemble a wardrobe if there's still a pair of socks inside. No, 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 you gotta take that out first. Placing a floor under a big table? Yeah, sure, no problem. This is coming together nicely. Alright, I'll get the remaining floor in and then we'll see where we place the last table. Okay. Floor is in, and yeah, it was definitely not enough. We want this. Yeah. Maybe he is fine. That looks not. Yeah. See if we can make that those counters work. The animals are not going to be too unhappy that I'm going to be cutting off a path for them here. Alright, give me the cash register. See the cash register, and they're going to be like, what? We have to pay now? No, don't you worry, little guys. Also, you might notice I also did pick up a bucket and some bleach and some water and cleaned up some of the blood stains. I felt like that might get us into some health and safety concerns here for the restaurant, so... Actually, that looks fine. I'm not even sure I need an extra one there and there. Although probably for this corner. Yeah. I also think the wall color here in this room works really well. It's almost the Spiffo wall. Like if it had the lower part in the darker orange. So what's left? These things. I think the rest is just deco items. Empty, I think. Then it ended up in there. Oh, and I'm starving here. That guy is not getting squished by me placing a cupboard on top of it. No, okay, I was able to get out. I put the money in there. I'm gonna place a tray on the counter. this little caravan doing there? Shop there. Wonderful. Well, you know, put your leftover trays on top of the trash can. Burger sits on the tray. Lovely. I like it. Looks like the raccoons also okay with this place. Not complaining. Then again, they're known for eating trash, so maybe they're not the best ones too in matters of taste. To ask. Did I turn off this engine here? I did. Ah, wonderful. Well, with that, it looks like we're gonna have a total thunderstorm coming in here. So probably, as I'm a good weather survivor, as I like to say, I'm just gonna hang out in base. And I think next time when we come back, instead of doing the kitchen, I think we'll put our eyes on the playpen, and that means a trip downtown into the Spiffo HQ. We probably might have to clean a little bit of zombies before I'm comfortable carrying out heavy loads of flooring. And we're gonna need what? 30 tiles of colorful flooring. Hope that stuff is not super heavy. Yeah, but for now, we're gonna put a cut in here. As always, thanks so much for watching. And let me know if you're okay, or how you like these kind of more peaceful base building episodes, or if we should do more of the zombie killing. I'm always open to suggestions. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.